Okay, so here's the driveway. Coming up the driveway, and the property line goes from the driveway straight back against what we call Caliche Ridge. It's just a big, huge ridge of caliche rock. And my lot line goes all the way back here to this flag. I put a little pink flag in the pile of rocks right there. And so that is right there. And then the property line runs right along this tree line back into those trees, and the vantage point that direction right there is the driveway, and you have this sort of plateau, and then it drops towards the tree line. And as we move along the property line towards the tree line, you have a little bit of a drop, and you've got game trails coming from that direction. And we continue to move along this tree line, and we find another game trail, and then we have a significant drop right there, and then we run up against another tree line over here, and feels like good patio area back here. Right up to the tree line, and vantage point going back, you can see we've dropped, and then that's where that corner pink flag is against the Caliche Ridge. And continuing forward along this back tree line, and we hit opening here, fairly flat, good patio area. Turning again towards the ridge, you can see there's been a bit of a drop, and looking out now, we're looking towards the driveway behind those trees and towards the main street here. And so we'll continue to move back here, and looking down, you see really beautiful views going down back into the woods. That's the nature preserve, and you get incredible shade under these shade trees. So this is a very nice area, but it is a bit of a drop from the main plateau up there. And then now moving into the tree line, we're moving towards the driveway, which you can see through the trees there. Straight ahead is the driveway, and then turning back up towards the main plateau space up there. And then let's turn back all the way over here, and you can see that tree line that we just walked past with the two game trails going up in there. And then there's a sharp drop straight ahead into the nature preserve. That's a significant drop. And then turning again towards the driveway, you get the steep slope, so there's really no usable land down in here. Walk towards the driveway, and you get a better view. You can see the driveway down in there. It's got a culvert in that area. Down in there is a deer trail, and it would be a flood area down in there. And then towards the top of the driveway, there's the main plateau up there, and then we get a beautiful tree line right here. Lots of shade right there. Beautiful shade trees. And I feel like I'm standing on usable ground. It would just have to be excavated. But and then we let's see, walk up towards the top of the driveway. It's almost as if someone drove their recreational vehicle up in here. And there's the top of the driveway coming up to the main plateau area. And there's what we call Caliche Ridge. There's my sister's home site. And there's 2 additional home sites beyond that. But that's my sister's home site. And then again, this is my home site backing up against that nature preserve straight ahead. And then this view takes us back directly towards that pink flag over there. There it is. And that's the point of my property line. My sister's property is to the left of that pink flag, which includes all of that Caliche Ridge. And then walking out, and then you can see the view from the driveway, and that's where the driveway comes up. And so we just walked that tree line basically, and that is pretty much it. And my sister's property is, there's the driveway, and then this is her property here, looking out towards the street, and then you keep going down this graded area. There are 2 more home sites, and then of course our home sites are backing up against this wonderful ridge of Caliche, and this is pretty much the ground. And so I'm thinking, doesn't seem like a whole lot of usable space right up here on the top. It just really feels like most of the usable space is just beyond this plateau. So I'm thinking you could build along this plateau, but then maybe have a split level on the other side of it going down to incorporate a house that uses up some of this lower level space and gets more tucked in to the tree line with the patio and maybe a porch or something, front porch. But I almost picture the front of the house being facing towards me right now, and the sun sets right over the ridge, right along there. You get bright sunsets coming down. So this part, this side of the house, is going to be blasted with sun, and then the other side of the house, up against the tree line, would be mostly covered in shade. And then you get a really nice breeze coming through here, being so elevated. And I think that's pretty much it.